I've got a problem. And that problem is this. The ocean monuments. How do I clear the water from it? I'm stuck on ideas on how I am gonna clear this. I really just don't know. I've worked in my testing world, but nothing seems to work very well. Well, I guess I probably could just show you what I've probably been doing. But anyway, welcome back to an episode of Novacraft Season 1. And if we fly on into it, there it is. This is my base in my private test server of what my Novacraft base is. So basically, this can be inside the ocean monument where I'm sitting right now, so that right there is the ocean monument. And then these 4 tower pillars coming off from the sides and the corners. Stick up and have like these decorations on top. And then there'll be a guardian farm built into the dead center of this, and then I included this layered glass effect to give like this effect to the bedrock. It's gonna be all dug out. It's gonna be dug down the way down the bed. It's gonna be a pretty big digging project. And then in these areas, like my storage system, where like other mini farms will go. And then these pillars, I might make farms inside of them. And then it's gonna be surrounded by the glass, which was suggested by Midnight Warlock. I think that looks pretty cool. And then there's gonna be a blue accent and a light gray main and a gray accent again. So we have a light gray and gray with a little bit of white concrete. And with the sea lanterns, there's gonna be a lot of sea lanterns in this project. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. And then in a different ocean monument is where I'm gonna be testing how I'm gonna be clearing this thing out. I've tested like so many things and I cannot get anything to work the way that it's supposed to work, and to make it easy enough for me to be able to just clear all this stuff out and just pretty much AFK at it. I just really don't know. It's just so confusing. You know what? I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go think about this. In the previous episode, we worked on the flower farm, and in this episode, we're using the stuff we used from the flower farm to build ourselves the first section of the base. So you could technically call this episode beginning of the base. So I've already crafted up using light gray dye a shulker box full of light gray stained glass. So if we were to look in the building plans, it requires that this entire area be filled out with light gray glass all around the edges, and then the inside will become the new part, I guess. Alright, let's jump into a time lapse and build this all out. Okay. Believe it or not, that was an entire shulker box worth of nothing but glass. That's how much glass went into this project. I've literally just got that area. It's insane how much glass I'm gonna need. So that brings me on to a project idea for this episode. We could probably build ourselves a super smelter. And then I could use the wood that I have to smelt all the sand, into glass, and then you'll use that glass to combine it with this dye to be able to work on that. That's not a bad idea. Alright, let me gather some materials so we can get started on it. I also have a different idea. Well, kind of, in a way. We could kind of turn this area into my industrial district, where I build ugly farms and such. I actually don't think that's a bad idea. So I'm going to craft up some stuff into hoppers, and then be able to use that to smelt all the sand, and then be able to just do things. Sure. Alright, that seems to work. So this is going to be a massive super smelter in the industrial district. So it's going to be 48 furnaces wide, and we'll have enough storage to smelt like just about a stack of items like every 20 seconds. Which I think is going to be plenty enough, so let me finish putting in all the hoppers, and then I show them the rails, and then that should be finished up for the redstone part. And that is pretty much it. I do not think that I don't think there's anything that I should not be aware of. Oh shoot, yeah there is. Put the redstone blocks in, that's a bad idea, but I think that it should now like properly function like a super smelter. So 48 furnaces. I do not think that is bad in the slightest. I do think that I might have a little bit of trouble with the rail distribution, but other than that, I think it is executed pretty well, and I think it'll work fairly okay, I guess. So let's test it out. Alright, so this has finished loading itself in, so now I'm going to flick this lever, and they all get one in them, and then when it comes back, it should be give 2 out. I hope. Here it comes back now. And yes, it gave 2. Alright, I just realized that I'm gonna need to fix that. Alright, I see and test everything. It seems working properly, so with a flick of this switch, that's now working, and once this finishes emptying stuff up, we'll flip this switch. And each one seems to get 2, except for this first one. Alright, and then now that'll just run. And I'll just wait here, basically. Wow, this thing is really, and I mean really, really fast. Look, it's pretty mush almost done with 2 shulker box worth of stuff, and I've been sitting here for about 15 minutes. It is insane how fast this thing is. And about 20 minutes later, we have 2 full shulker boxes full of light gray stained glass, which is exactly what we need to finish up the glass wall for the base, and then we can work on the next part, which is clearing out the monuments, but I really don't know what I'm still doing for that yet. That's still something that I just cannot figure out what to do. So until I figure that out, we're just working on the outline, and of course some farms. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Finally. Shulker boxes are filled with glass. There should be plenty enough glass for us to be able to build our wall. So let's head back over to the base. Alright, let's start another timer. Alright, so that was a pretty long time lapse, about 1 minute and 20 seconds, and we managed to fill in the entire outer area of the garden farm. So now we're going back to collecting sand, because this time we're actually going to use it to make concrete. So maybe we can use the concrete to make a concrete powder, no sorry, to just like build it, and to build like the outer corners of my base, and then that's what I think we'll leave it for today's episode, so that'll be the final part. Alright, let's hop into another time lapse. so that time lapse is finished. And it looks pretty cool, the base. But because I've gotten a little bit bored from base building, I've been working on linking up one L-Dog's new base, which is this. If you fly more along here, the witch farm. But it looks mega. This is probably going to be my new screenshot. If I can put shaders on and see this, it's just super, super cool. Wait, why are there no guardians spawning? Oh no, there's a few. Oh, because L-Dog's online. Oh my god. Can't wait to clear all this stuff out and just build the other 4 pillars. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna keep these filled with water, just because it's easier. But once I fill this entire thing with air, I'll build up the other half, the other corners, for each side, and I'll do the same for the back ones. But I think that's all that I'm gonna work on for the base today. Alright, so I have 2 options. Either end the video now, or work on the witch farm. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. What I will tell you is I am definitely gonna get back to this into the next episode. Maybe. Maybe like do another row. Possibly. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna have to get rid of all the water. And that's a lot of work, getting rid of the water. So I probably will have to spend some time in between episodes sponging it all out. But then once I get rid of all of it, this button. This is how much water I'm going to have to remove, approximately. So, that's a lot of water. Dang. Well, guess I'm going to have to get to work. So, that's about it for me today. It's about as much time as I have. So, thank you all for watching this epic, action-packed episode of building my base, and I hope you will enjoy me building the witch farm in the next episode, but I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, well, that's not helpful. All my sponges are wet. Well, I guess that means I'm going to clear them out.